Hey guys, Narc Armor back with another one. Hey guys, I wanted to chat a little bit today about how the narcissist chose the dark side. And what we don't realize is that the narcissist actually chose the dark side long before we ever met them. Yeah. The narcissist chose the dark side long before we ever encountered them or even knew who they were, let alone what they may have become in our lives. And if it's a family dynamic and a relative situation, the narcissist also chose the dark side. Even if it was a sibling, even if it was someone you grew up with, the narcissist chose the dark side. And they knew it at a very early age that they had not the same intentions as you. And so their view on how they interact with and deal with people is fundamentally different than, say, a normal empathic, or someone who we would refer to as a normal empathic, compassionate, caring human being. And they knew the choice that they were making. And they knew exactly what it would get them throughout the duration of their life and through the various stages of their life. And so they chose to navigate their path in that fashion, to take the dark side. And they knew that the exploitation of others was central to essentially living life on their quote-unquote terms. They wanted whatever it is, and still do, right? Want whatever it is that they feel like they want at that moment in time. And in that moment in time, they're looking at what is going to make them happy, what's going to give them the energy supply that they want, the validation that they want. And they constantly want and need to feel desirable in all ways and shapes. Okay? And that's why, dependent upon the type of narcissist we're talking about, they effectively have different approaches. You know, they generally have different approaches to how they get at you. But the pursuit of getting what they want generally culminates in them getting what they want. Until the people that they're taking advantage of wake up. And that's really what I'm talking about today. Because, as you all know, there's the flip side of it. And the flip side of it is narcissists do get with other narcissists. They do. They use each other. They do. They pass diseases to each other. They do all kinds of dirty stuff. They attack each other. You know, they argue. They fight. They're confrontational with each other. It's not It's not all roses when narcissists get together with other narcissists. It's just this toxic cesspool swirled about. But no, but what I'm talking about really is when they get with an empath, when they get with somebody that they feel like, hey, I can take advantage of this person, right? This person can give me the things that, and this is why, I commonly refer to them as con artists and criminals, because they don't want to work for anything. Why? They view things like, if they're the Dark Lord and they've chosen the dark side, they can find somebody to do their bidding for them. Yeah. And they're going to find somebody to exploit. And they're going to know that that exploitation is going to have a certain duration of time that will elapse before the jig's up. And if the jig is up, then, well, they have to find another supply. They need to be able to get to getting what they want, or getting on to getting to another target that will effectively get them what they want. And so the cycle is just this vicious cycle of constant criminal activity aimed at decent people until either what they do catches up and their reputation really gets cast into the light, which is, of all the narcissistic types, probably the covert narcissist's worst nightmare, because they live off of destroying people and exploiting people in a very sneaky way. And if they can't sneak around anymore because the jig is up and the trash stinks like it does with them, what are they going to do? Probably move cities, move towns. I mean, maybe, right? Because they got to find a new audience at that point. If it's really, because the things that they do are pretty egregious anyway, right? But that evil demonic spirit is what's been with them ever since they were young. And guys, understand that they've invited that demonic spirit in. They're okay with that deal that they've made. They know the deal that they made. And some of them will even tell you where they think that they're going when this life is done. I've heard it. Right? So they know. They know. Because they know that the trail behind them and the desire to stop, it doesn't exist. So it's gotten to the point where, at least it leaves me with the impression that they know of everything that they're doing. They cannot or will not stop. And because of this going on in perpetuity, they basically know that they're doomed. Right? And that they probably end up in a really, really hot place after this life is through. And not a place that people want to visit, let's put it that way. So, just understand that what you were dealing with was always bad, but the master deceivers, that which they are, much like demonic forces, they want to show you things up front that make you think that it's one thing when it's all really something. It's like somebody giving you a piece of fruit, and you look at the exterior of it, and you look at it, and you go, oh, it looks pretty good. It's orange, looks pretty good, looks ripe, I want to eat it. You cut it open, it's rotten. It's completely rotten on the inside. And that is essentially, and they get that way because they were that way and they made the choice to be that way from a young age, and they made that deal from a young age that they were going to be this type of way and that they were going to move and treat people, in a way that is demonic, is evil, is downright underhanded and criminal. And so that manipulation, it's like anything in life, you do it long enough, you're going to get pretty good at it, and then you're going to go and look for the next challenge. And that's why when they're done with you, it's just on to the next. It's like a disposable cup. It's like you grab a disposable cup, and then all of a sudden, you don't need it anymore. You don't think about it twice, you just toss it. And then when you need another one, you just go grab it. And the cycle continues, and that's how they operate, guys. And that's why that cognitive dissonance, we don't get it until we're getting out of it. And that fog that I talk about lifts. And you guys, you got to take time to reflect. Because that's where we learn, It's like I took a test, didn't do so well. Okay, what did I, or I took a practice test. All right, I found what I need to work on. I'm going to make the adjustments. And you make the adjustments and you move on, right? So guys, I hope this message reached you well and that you take heart that, you're a good person. You're always going to be a good person. They weren't. They didn't have those intentions. They don't operate or move that way. That's the way that they've been. That's the way that they were before they met you. That's the way they're going to be after they've met you, and hopefully after you booted them out of your life. So take care. Pour into yourself. Armor up. Keep working on those boundaries. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. I will respond to your comments. We got a lot of things we're going to be cooking up for this channel in the future. So let's get this community going, and then we'll see where things kind of take us. I've got certain plans in the future that I really want to get to once we get the subscriber base up, and we can start doing some fun things as a community. Take care, guys. Be blessed.